Hello and welcome back to Social Equity. I'm your host, Sophia Spallino, and here on this show, I help you build a profitable personal brand so you can have social equity. The one thing that no one can take from you, the one thing that can help you make as much money as you can literally dream of. If you know the right steps to take and you build social equity, you can have the brand of your dreams. And today, before we get started, I want to invite you to something very special that's 100% free, my upcoming masterclass, Attracting the One with Your Content, how to sign on dream clients. Because I know when you learn how to attract the one, in quotes, like the one you're going to marry, the one, but with your content, the one, the dream client, the one who really needs you, the one who needs you to solve her problem, the one who is going to look at you and go, that's the girl for me to solve her problem, the one that you actually want to work with. How do you find them? How do they find you? And in this masterclass, I am going to teach you how to attract them, how to position your brand as the one to solve her problem, and how to create content that actually makes money. You don't want to miss this live because every single day that you don't spend growing your online brand and signing on new clients is one more day that you're stuck, not making as much money as you could be. So if you're deciding it's time to make the change and make more money, I want to share my secrets in my free masterclass, Attracting the One with Your Content, how to sign on dream clients. The masterclass will take place on Zoom October 9th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is a Monday, October 9th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And of course, once you sign up, there's limited seats available, but once you sign up, if for some reason you can't make it live, you will get a replay. But of course, when you're in the room and you're in the arena, getting the momentum, you're able to ask questions. That's where you're going to get the most value. So I really hope to see you in the live. If you're listening and you're like, this is for me, I have a service provider business or a coaching business, and I want to learn how to attract the one to my content, then go ahead to the show notes. There'll be the first link there. Sign up, claim your seat. I cannot wait to see you on Monday, October 9th, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. The class will be held on Zoom. Okay, so today I want to talk to you all about attracting the one and figuring out who your ideal customer is. Do you even know? Are you throwing spaghetti at the wall? Like, honestly, you could have been in this business for a while, but you could have never really sharpened who she is. Like, do you have an idea of what she does every day? Do you have an idea of what her deepest desires are? Do you have an idea of what her ideal life is versus the life she is living versus the existence now, the reality? What is it like when she wakes up? Is she joyful? Is she frustrated? Is she thinking of all the things she has to do? Is she not feeling well because she needs you to help her solve the problem? Is she longing for love? Is she feeling like she could be more fit and upset with herself in her body image? What is it that you solve? What is it for you? In case you didn't know, I help service providers like lawyers, doctors, aesthetic professionals. I help writers. I help feminine embodiment coaches. I help breathwork coaches. I help human design coaches. I help therapists. I help so many different types of women who provide a service, sharing their expertise, sharing their knowledge, attract the ideal client through their content and be able to actually close sales through nurturing strategy and automations. Whoops, have my email open. Shouldn't have that on while I'm recording a podcast. My bad. Okay, so you need to get very clear, whoever you are, Miss Boss, Service Provider, Life Coach listening, of who you are helping, who you are speaking to. Just like I can say, I help life coaches who are, making some money but want to make more money. I help service providers who are making some money but want to make more money, build a profitable personal brand. I help powerful women. Who is that for you? Are you very clear on who she is, how she identifies, and maybe she completely wants to be She aspires to be someone a little bit different than who she actually is. And if you can speak to that story of who she wants to be, how she wants to feel, how she wants to show up in the world, and how you can help her do that, then you're very clear on your avatar. You want to get clear about her age, her hobbies, her goals, her lifestyle, her aesthetic. Most importantly, what problem is she dying for someone to come along and solve? And once you know all of these things, you know how to speak to her to say, I'm the one to solve your problem. I'm the one. And look, if this customer avatar wouldn't necessarily love your post, you simply don't post it because you're not posting for everybody. You're posting for the one. And I don't think people realize this. Like, selling online is so different than selling in real life. A small town mindset is like grab everyone you can and try to make everyone customers because everyone needs to love and approve of me for me to make money. And a big money mindset is I sell to a big world. So it's safe for me to niche down and attract just the women with the exact problems that I solve. Truly, I do not cater to everyone on purpose. I'll actually tell you a story the other day. It was so funny, but also like such a good opportunity really for me to share more of my heart and the reason why I do what I do. So in case you didn't know, I left an ex-partner and came out as a lesbian about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago now. And I left with nothing. I left with about $9,000 in cash, nothing. I lost the house that we were in. I lost 12 pounds and developed lupus symptoms. And I started working on my business. I felt in the depths of despair. I even lost the support of friends and some family, which was devastating. I put together furniture all alone in a 1-bedroom apartment and just felt very hopeless. And in less than a year and a half, I've built a multi-6-figure business. I'm able to get whatever house I want, but I am bunkered down, scaling my business and traveling over prioritizing that. Let's see what else. I've started dating and having the kind of sex I want to have with women. I never have to go back to being with a man again, and that feels so free. Like, I just do not. I can't imagine like if I would have just tried to pretend and stay straight for so long just to survive and just to keep the lifestyle that I had. If I didn't believe I could do it on my own, like what would have happened? And I found love and I found friends that feel like family. And so I posted a video about this. You can go watch it. It's long story short, and the headline is Coming Out Late in Life Lesbian. And the video performed really well on Instagram. And if you ever see videos for yourself or for me not performing on a certain platform, God, I hope you're posting them on other platforms like TikTok, YouTube Reels, Facebook Reels, even LinkedIn. And if you don't know how to do that, you need to get in my membership so you can get the content to profit model where I teach you how to set up systems that will actually post your content everywhere with one click, one post on one platform, and it goes everywhere. That's the coolest thing about being in my coaching membership. I give you so many plug and play materials where I'll cut your content creation and distribution time in literally half or more. And that's what's so powerful about my group coaching program. It's actually live coaching. It's not just like a stupid little course you can pick up and put down and like feel overwhelmed, because I'm actually there to help you and support you every single day in the community, and then every other week in coaching calls. So, okay, let's go back to this. So I'm telling my story, right? I post this piece of content that shares I left with nothing, and leaving with $9,000 cash is nothing. I mean, you should technically have about 6 months worth of living expenses in your savings at any given time in case of an emergency. And I had only $9,000 and I was accustomed to a certain lifestyle. So can you imagine $9,000 wasn't going to get me very far at all. So I posted that, and I triggered a woman who was really upset. She was like, you shouldn't have posted that. Let me see exactly what she said. I'm about to put out a video about it. But essentially, she dropped a comment and she said, having less than 9,000 cash is a flex. It makes it seem impossible to leave for those of us with less. Maybe leave that out of your next story. It deters us from trying. And this woman, I'm sure she's going through a lot to leave something like that. Here's the thing. I could have left with way less than $9,000 cash. But the point of a story is, women, I want you to be making more. And I want you to realize how little 9,000 in cash is so that you can aspire to so much more. In less than 2 years, I've got over 6 figures in savings. I've got a Roth IRA. I've got investments in stocks, cryptocurrency. I travel. I can buy a house whenever I want. Like, life can change so fast for you. But the first step is actually believing that it's possible for you. And unless I had someone look at me and go, that's not a lot, you can charge more. Until I had a coach do that for me, I couldn't believe in myself. I couldn't believe that was possible. I couldn't see it for myself. And you need someone to pull you out of that and kind of shake you up and go, that's not a lot. Like, that's not asking for a lot. And if you're listening, women, I want you to ask for more. I want you to ask for so much more. Do not be afraid of asking for what you want. Ask for so much fucking more because you deserve more. And I wasn't planning on making this episode about like leaving and inspiration to like be empowered financially. I was really telling you about ideal clients, but I was telling a story. And the thing is, like, those stories that I tell, not only do they attract comments like that may trigger someone, and then it actually boosts the video and the algorithm and it actually inspires someone, but it attracts the right customer because I'm not here to work with disempowered women. I'm here to work with women who are willing to get scrappy and who have been through some shit and have always come out stronger. Phoenixes rising from the ashes, because that's the attitude it takes to build a successful business. And anyone who tells you that's not the attitude it takes is lying, because to get ahead in business does take some grit. And the only thing that can make it a bit easier and a bit smoother is having the right steps to take laid out before you. And that's what I do as a coach. And I'm so glad I had someone do for me. And that's how I've gotten to where I've been in such an expedited way, right? I was making less than $4,000, and then in less than 2 years, boom, I'm making $15,000 to $45,000, even $50,000 a month. I mean, that's wild. So my message here to Abby is want so much more for yourself. I want to see you realize that $9,000 in savings is not a lot. And there is so much more for you. There's so much opportunity for you. I want to encourage you with that. And to the women who are listening going, fuck no, it's not a lot of money. I want to make way more than that. And I want to have so much money to feel like I can do anything. Like I have time freedom. I've got security. I've got peace. I can pick up and go on a trip. I can spend more time with my kids. I know that I have security. If I need it, it's there. That is why we strive to make a lot of money, not just to buy a lot of nice things. I mean, that's nice, but like it is the feeling of security, and it is the empowerment you have for complete and total freedom to make the decisions you want to make in your life, to see clearly who you are and never, ever change yourself for anyone, any partner, anytime, anywhere. That is the power of what being financially free can offer you. And many of you listening, you want to attract the right ideal client. You want to make a lot more money, and maybe you're making great money, but you're like, I want to make more. Let's go. I want to help you do it. You need to come to the masterclass. I want you to learn how to attract the right one, because if you've been in business for a while, or maybe you're a little bit older and you've learned like you need to appease everybody in business, in real life, in brick and mortar. On the internet, it's very different. You sell to a big world. It's safe for you to niche down. It's safe for you to deflect anyone who's actually not going to pay you, or you don't need to solve their problem anyway. And that will help you attract who your right customer is that much stronger. Because the way to find the one is to be the one, creating content for her, creating content for her to go, wow, $9,000 isn't a lot. And I want so much more than that. And if you're listening, I know you want so much more than that. $9,000 in savings, like if you really think about it, not a lot, not a lot. And you're like, yeah, got to be smart, got to have way more than that. And if that's your mindset, I want to work with you. And I want you to think about how me telling this story, how can you apply that to your clients? Like if you are someone who specializes in brows, like microblading, for instance, can you talk about the type of person that you do not want to work with? Like people who think that they can go get something done for cheap, like people who are willing to discount what happens on their face, what is tattooed on their face, right? Like, can you talk about that? I have a friend who is a local successful businesswoman, Victoria Glam, and she does my brows, and this is not sponsored, but I adore her, and I don't even know if she listens to my podcast, but she often in her content talks about how she really has no desire to work with anyone who wants a discount or anyone who wants to like compare her pricing. And I love it because she knows who she is. She knows the value she offers. She knows that she's the expert. She knows that she's the one to solve the problem. She knows that she's the best. And she is the best. And she teaches around the world, which is really cool. So I just want to encourage you to not dumb yourself down, not dumb your personality down to try to appease everybody, because the one for you is going to find you because you're being more of you. And if you're a high ticket service provider like myself, or you're coaching in a big way, you don't need a shit ton of clients to make one big living. Think smarter. If you're a service provider and you're able to charge $10,000 a month for a service and you have 2 clients, you're making $20,000 a month. If you're able to charge $5,000 a month for a service, you need 4 clients to make that $20,000 a month. Like it's not that hard. You just need to know the right steps to take. And if you're like, hey, Sophia, I want to teach you. So come to my live masterclass. You are going to absolutely love it. I want to teach you how to attract the one with your content, how to sign on dream clients with ease. The masterclass is Monday, October 9th at 7 p.m. on Zoom. I cannot wait to see you there. Go ahead. It'll be the first link in my bio to claim your seat. And if you want to invite a friend, invite another driven woman who is a coach or service provider. I cannot wait to see you there. It's time to stop spinning your wheels, trying to build your brand alone on social media. I'm Sophia Spallino, the host of Social Equity, and I can't wait to give you the first steps to go from 0 to 5K months and advance to 10 to 15K months. Or if you are already hitting 6 figures, the strategy to hit your next level. Here's why you should lean in and listen to the social media secrets, sales tips, marketing strategies, and mindset hacks that I share. After over 8 years in the industry, amassing over 350,000 followers across platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, as well as hosting a top charting podcast and helping powerful women build purposeful, profitable personal brands, I want to help you build your dream business that makes real money, leveraging the power of a personal brand on social media. Because you're ready to quit wasting time on content that isn't working and start bringing in the money you deserve as a purpose-led coach or service provider, sharing your gifts with the world. For a limited time, I'm giving away your first steps to go from 0 to 5K moms and advance to 10 to 15K moms. If you're serious about taking real action and creating real impact with your business, grab my free guide to set yourself up for business success in less than 1 hour. Just go to the link in the show notes. And for more free support, join me on Instagram Live for Content to Profit live trainings. And if you're tired of posting without maximal profit, then you want to join the Profitable Personal Brand Coaching membership. I designed this coaching membership for female coaches, service providers, and entrepreneurs who want to be known for purposeful work and build an extremely profitable personal brand on social media without wasting time. Can you imagine if your revenue doubled or tripled with the help of strategic social media? Because I want to help you create content and business strategy that gets you to consistent $10,000 to $20,000 months. So if you're stuck at generating less than $5,000 a month in revenue from social media, this is the membership for you. If you're committed to taking action in just 3 months to a year of working with me, your life and business could never be the same. And if you need one-on-one support, whether you're a novice at creating or you're feeling stuck, hitting a plateau in a business that once had consistent revenue and needs strategic consulting to get to your next level, you can book a private breakthrough session with me. If you feel yourself come alive and get excited to take radical responsibility for building your own social equity, your personal brand that no one can take from you, leave a 5-star rating with a kind review wherever you listen to podcasts. Be sure to share this show with a powerful woman you know. And remember, with a positive mindset and a profitable personal brand, all things are possible. So get up and go get what you want.